Hey guys, I'm out by this cliff here, and this used to be an old hiking woods back in the day. It's a really old woods. There's been trails in here and whatnot for a long time, and it just got like a 1245 signal. And I've been to this place before. It's been in a few of my videos, and I've dug Indian head pennies out of here. I've dug Barbers out of here. Now, I dug a sharp 1895 Indian head penny the one time, and I dug a I think an 1864 Indian head penny out of here. I'm thinking to myself, you know, there might be a seeded in here. Well, that 1245 signal, I already examined this coin. It's a silver dime. You know, I don't know if you could see it, but there's a 1 dime on the back, and I thought, well, it's a Barber. You know, I figured it was a Barber. I always knew in the back of my mind, though, I had a chance at a seeded here. The edge isn't worn, so this might have some detail on it, but I licked it a little bit. I'm not going to rub it here, but you'll get pictures of the coin cleaned up right after this video clip here. I do believe it's a seeded. I licked it, and it looks like there's a big date on the bottom. It looks like the bottom of the lady sitting. Lady Liberty sitting. You know, it has the date, and then it has that fine line that goes like that. And that's what I could see so far. It looks like it says 1890 or something like that. But I haven't dug a seeded in a while, and this site is really old, so I knew there could be one in here. All right, on to the next. I just got a bouncy coin signal down by this cliff here. I just moved down, I don't know, maybe about 100 feet or so from where I found that seeded. And I'm still down by this cliff here. And I just got a coin signal that was pretty deep. And it's not silver. And it's not a clad quarter. That is a large cent. I can't see the date right now, but it looks like it's going to be 1850s maybe? I don't know. You get some light on it here. 18... I'm not going to rub it too much. 1850 maybe? But that's cool. So there's some old coins by this cliff. Alright guys, on to the next. Folks, I'm in front of a 1954 school. I'm in front of a 1954 school, and I just got a somewhat 5-6 inch, somewhat deep wheat penny, like high 30s, low 40s signal. And I dug down, and it's a quarter. And I was shocked in front of being in front of a mid-1950s school that it is a stand of liberty. As you can see by the stars around the edge there. I'm sure it's not going to have a date, you know, being worn, being used in circulation that long. Oh, it actually does have a date. 1929. So cool. I thought I was going to get skunked for sure today because I've pounded the heck out of this school. And I wasn't getting much except a few wheat pennies and a lot of clad, so I'll get back with you guys on to the next. In front of the school here, and I just got a very deep dime hit. And you can see it right here. It's pretty deep. It's probably about 7, maybe almost 8 inches. It's a dime. It should be a Rosie or Merc. It's a Rosie. 1957. This school here is from 54, so that makes sense. Makes a lot more sense than the Stand and Liberty, but the Stand and Liberty could have been dropped in the 50s. I heard that they circulated into the early 60s. So I guess it's possible that somebody in the 50s could have dropped the SLQ up here. Either that or else maybe the SLQ was here before this portion of the school was built. I don't know. But at any rate, on to the next. Okay, folks, I'm up here in an old park, and I just got a deep, iffy dime hit, and it's 2 dimes stuck together. Now I'm going to turn to the Century Park. This one right here is a Barber. It's a little meatier. The rim's a little thicker, but this one has a very thin rim that's stuck on the other side of it. I'm thinking that could be a seeded. The park's definitely old enough for one. I know that's a barber. I'll break them apart, but I don't want to scratch them. Okay. It's a Canadian. Oh well, no seeded, but it's still an old coin. I'll get back with you on the date. On to the next. Okay, folks. I rescanned the plug, and there's another silver dime. Okay, folks, I'm right down to it. As you can hear. I'm gonna get it out with my hand. Should be another dime. At least that's what I'm hoping for. And it is. It's right here. It is thin. I'm gonna say it's another Barber. Yep, another Barber. I'm not gonna rub it too much, but cool. That's a nice 3-dime spill there. 3 turn of the century era dimes. All right, on to the next. Hey guys, do you ever have one of those days where you're just swinging up and down, you don't have that many signals, and you're about ready to figure that a site's toasted, and you're about, you're thinking about other sites, what you want to go to next? Well, I just was working up and down this area here, and there's very little signals left. This is probably my last time, or one of my last times here, for a while at least. I had a mid-30s signal about 5-6 inches deep, and it was a spill. Now a mid-30s signal at 4 or 5 inches deep is usually, a piece of garbage, piece of can slaw or something like that, but I dug down and popped out a V-nickel. So being a mid-30 signal, you know that there's a higher conductive coin in there with it. And surely enough, in the side, there was a quarter. And it's a 1915D Barber quarter. And I don't know what year the V-nickel is, but it looks like it's in pretty decent shape. It's a good thing they weren't stuck together, otherwise there'd be a lot of green crap on the quarter. There was a little green on the V-nickel, but I just chipped it off just a little bit on the bottom where the date is. I think the V-nickel's 1910 maybe. I could be wrong, but I still got to clean it off, so I'll get back to you guys. On to the next. Folks, I just got a signal over here that was giving me like some kind of crappy, I don't know, somewhere in the 30s, late 20s, early 30s the signal was, real crappy, bouncing all around. And I dug down, and as you can see in the clump here, where the impressions were, I dug a 40-something Jefferson nickel, not a war nickel, but just a regular Jefferson nickel from the 40s, 1940-something. And then a Buffalo nickel, and then on the bottom was a Rosie, 1952, I think. So it's looking like a 50s spill. And I just rechecked the hole right here. And you can see on the bottom there's 2 quarters right together. Right here. So nice little spill there. Probably going to be both Washingtons. Yeah, they are. But not bad at all. That's a nice spill here. I know it's just the 50s, but still. All right. Well, folks, I just got a slamming signal out here. Let me show you the signal here. 1146, 146, 947, 247, really awesome numbers. 43. 144. Ooh, those numbers are a little scary. I'm out in a really old park, 145, from the 1890s, and the silver coins aren't too deep here. 146. Wow. I don't know how I missed that signal or anybody else, but that might even be a half. I'll get back to you with what it is. I don't have high hopes. I rarely ever do have high hopes. But that sounds pretty good, and hopefully it's a silver quarter at least. I'll get back to you when I got it open and see what it is. Well, folks, I just popped it open and there it is. It's not a coin, but it is a sterling ring. It's a big one. Looks like it could be from some school, so I'll have to get it cleaned up and I'll get back to you guys. Hey guys, my dirt's out of the plug here. I just sealed up the plug and I left the dirt out to show you guys. This is my 500th silver coin of the year and it's a beautiful Barber quarter. Real sharp. Awesome. It's gonna have full liberty and everything. You see by the edge, you know, it's a decent looking edge. Alright, man. Number 500. On to the next. Well guys, I just got a clad quarter signal about 3-4 inches deep here. And I thought it was going to be clad quarters like down in here. And I just dug it out. And it's right here. It looks like a real nice sterling brooch or pin or something. But it's marked sterling on the back. You can see it right there. Sterling. And it's got 3 other marks over here. But it looks like maybe the pin's split in half here. But that's a really cool find. I don't know how old, I'm going to say like the 20s, but that's nice. That's the kind of stuff I really like to dig. Well folks, I'm at one of my favorite parks, and this has been a honey hole of mine for a few years. And I just got a 747 signal, about 2-3 inches deep. I thought it could have been a bottle cap. I'm in an area where there's a lot of trees. And the roots, I think, keep stuff shallow. I've dug Barber dimes and stuff at like 4 inches here. And this was like maybe 2-3 inches at best down. And I'm looking at a Barber half. .747 signal, and I was not expecting this. It was a little shallow for older silver. Wow, I haven't dug one of these in a while. Looks like it's got a plain mint mark, but I'm not gonna. Looks like it's got no mint mark, I should say. I'm not gonna rub it though. I'm just gonna put it in my pouch like that. Looks like it's 1900 something. 06? I think it's 1906. But anyway. That's one heck of a find for this place. I thought there were no more halves in here. Just goes to show you, there's still $50 in public places. You just gotta look for them. Well folks, I just dug the Barber half here, and there was a signal next to it, just as shallow, and it's a wheat penny. I already dug it out and put the plug back. It's a 1917 wheat penny, so that's when the little spill happened. The wheat penny and the Barber half, so 51 cents, drops probably by... What I can tell how sharp this wheat penny is, it had to have been the late teens or early 20s that spill was. So that's cool. And then over here, we got a little low nickel, high foil signal. And it's plated, but it's a gold-plated ring. So it's a possibility that all 3 of those were dropped out of somebody's pocket. The ring, the wheat, and the Barber half. So, very interesting stuff. On to the next. Hey folks, I'm still along, I don't know if I told you guys, but this used to be an old path here, an old walkway, and I've been working around it. That's where I got the Barber half, the wheat, and the gold-plated ring. And I just got another signal. It sounded kind of like a, I can't remember what it sounded like. I was thinking penny when I dug it, so it must have sounded like a penny. And I dug down about probably 4 inches, 5 inches maybe, and I pulled out a silver dime, which I didn't think it was going to be, and it looks like it's a Barber dime. I don't know if you can see that. There's the silver dime, and then there was a nickel in the hole with it, probably a Buffalo or V. It looks like it was stuck to something, so there might be more stuff in the hole. I don't mind rubbing the nickel. I think that's going to be a buffalo by the line on the bottom there. But I'm not going to rub it too much. Yeah, I think it's a buffalo. Buffalo nickel and a Barber dime in the same hole. Probably a 30s drop, maybe 20s drop. But yeah, pretty cool. So I'll rescan the hole and I'll let you guys know what else is in there, and I'll keep going with my hunt. On to the next. Hey folks, I just got a very deep iffy dime hit, and I just dug it out of here, maybe 6, 7, I don't know, about 8 inches, maybe 8 inches, I'll say 7 inches. And it's in the clod here. I knew it was a 1245 because I scanned the clod, and I knew it was a silver dime because I scanned the clod and it was a 1245. And I just busted it open, and it's a Barber dime. Looks to be in pretty decent shape. Some decent detail, and there's the impression on the other side there of the dirt clod, so that's kind of a cool sight. Alright, it's a plain Barber, I think. I don't know what year. I'm not going to rub up on it too much. Looks to be in pretty decent shape. I'll have to get back with you on a year on that. Awesome find. On to the next.